Missy, I'm Teo Jinro. Today I'm going to present the individual project which is about the appreciation, awareness, and the importance of architectural heritage and conservation. The building that I have chosen is the Blue Mansion, which is located in Penang. Before going into the main topic, I would like to quickly run through what we have done for the group project. So Blue Mansion is the largest Chinese garden mansion in Southeast Asia, and it is built by Chong Fat Zi. The architectural style is straight elliptic style, which consists of cosmopolitan elements with southern Chinese courtyard following the feng shui principle. In terms of restoration work, it took 6 years to complete under the lead of architect Lawrence Loh, and proudly, they won the UNESCO Most Excellent Heritage Conservation Award. Now, I would like to use the quote by Martin Luther King: "We are not makers of history, we are made by history." Therefore, history is very important to be reminisced, because without history, we won't be exist today. The adaptive reuse of Blue Mansion into a tourism center and museum makes people reminisce about the past and their ancestors, see the beauty of culture and tradition through architecture, and learning our own roots. So this is the identity that I have found in Blue Mansion, reminisce, and it can be divided into tangible and intangible heritage. So for tangible heritage, we can see the architectural value, which is the ornaments and the structure system, and we also can see the furniture used by the people in the past, and also the clothes they wear. For intangible heritage, we can know the legacy of Chong Fat Zi, as he is a very successful businessman in the past. And when we see the ancient stove, this will reminisce us how people in the past cook, and we can know their living culture. This building also shows that how Chong Fat Zi applied the feng shui philosophy into the building layout, and this can bring wealth into his family. Out of 7 lamps of architecture, I have chosen Lamp of Beauty, and the 2 main points I extract from the John Ruskin books is: the first one, all beauty is founded on the laws of natural forms. The second one, decorations of a building must not be simply modified. So the first point, and I would like to use this quote by John Ruskin: architecture, in borrowing the objects of nature, is bound to place them as far as may be in her power in such associations as may befit and express their origin. So from this quote, we can know that art in our buildings should be imitative of the forms and lines or shapes we see in our surrounding, the nature. So from the first picture, you can see this is an art stained glass. So pineapple is used in the patterns because pineapple, which is also rhymes with welcoming of wealth in Chinese, following the feng shui principle. And the second picture is showing the central courtyard, and there are 8 columns can be found, and we see them very beautiful because we see them as the stems of plants. And also the ornament on the capital of columns is also inspired by birds and plants. For second point, I would like to use another quote, this one. For there are many forms of so-called decoration in architecture, habitual and received, therefore with approval or at all events without any venture at expression of dislike, which I have no hesitation in asserting to be not ornament at all, but to be ugly things, the expense of which ought in truth to be set down in architect's contract as for monstrification. From these quotes, Ruskin and his contemporaries were very sensitive to the direction of decorative arts. Therefore, the restoration work of Blue Mansion is made from heritage materials and traditional techniques. And there is no adding contemporary elements into Blue Mansion because this will affect the originality of building and creates monstrosities. So you can see the picture. The ornament at the gable is restored to its original form, and they hired the artisan from China to ensure the originality of craftsmanship. So you can see that they used the original workers to craft the dragons onto the gable. And for the second pictures, all the decorative items are still remain after the restoration work. So during the restoration work, they imported all the authentic materials from overseas. And for example, the floor tiles from Stoke-on-Trent, arabesque from India, and porcelain plates from China. Now I'd like to talk about the appreciation, awareness, and importance. So appreciate the effort of conservationists who restore Blue Mansion to its original form so that we can witness the beauty of the building and reminisce the glory time of Chong Fat Zi's heyday. For the awareness, the beauty of Blue Mansion is meant to be preserved well, as it is not only for architectural purposes, but also having public awareness to allow the cultivation of cultural disinclinations be handed down from one generation to another. So last, why is the restoration work of Blue Mansion important? Because it serves as a benchmark for other heritage buildings. As the identity of the building, reminisce the heritage helps shape our society because man cannot advance in the invention of beauty without imitating from the past. So last, for conclusion, Ruskin's 7 lamps of architecture demonstrated that true beauty is inspired by the nature. So in Blue Mansion today, we can see the beauty combination of how Chinese dragon is crafted into the mosaic porcelain and how Western flora is crafted on the frieze. This will make us reminisce the past of how Chong Fat-zi designed this mansion. He wants a Chinese courtyard with a harmonious blend of Chinese and Western architecture. This is his intention. We can reminisce his intention. He also believes that our eye, it cannot choose but to see. Its nerve is not so easily numb so that of the ear, and so forth, we will fill our eyes with beautiful form while ear is at rest. This is applied in Blue Mansion as the restoration work ensures the beauty of architecture is remained as its original form, and this will attract more people to appreciate the history of the building, learning, and preserve the tangible and intangible heritage. It will help to inspire more innovative ideas of how future generations perceive the definition of beauty. And this is the reference list, and that's all from me. Thank you.